Python is one of the most popular and widely used programming language and has replaced many programming languages in the industry. Here are the few important reasons as to why Python is popular. Python has a huge collection of libraries. Python is a beginner's level programming language because of its simplicity and easiness. From developing to deploying and maintaining Python wants their developers to be more productive. Portability is another reason for huge popularity of Python. Here are the 10 most used Python libraries. The first one is TensorFlow. This library was developed by Google in collaboration with Brain Team. TensorFlow is a part of almost every Google application for machine learning. TensorFlow works like a computational library for writing new algorithms that involve a large number of tensor operations. Since neural networks can be easily expressed as computational graphs, they can be implemented using TensorFlow as a series of operations on tensors. Plus, tensors are n-dimensional matrices which represents your data. There are multiple features of TensorFlow. Like with TensorFlow, we can easily visualize each and every part of the graph, which is not an option while using Numpy or Scikit. One of the very important TensorFlow feature is that it is flexible in its operability, meaning it has modularity, and the parts of it which you want to make standalone, it offers you that option. It is easily trainable on CPU as well as GPU for distribution computing. TensorFlow offers pipelining in the sense that you can train multiple neural networks and multiple GPUs, which make the model very efficient on large scale systems. Needless to say, if it is developed by Google, there already is a large team of software engineers who work on stability improvements continuously. This machine learning library is open source, so anyone can use it as long as they have internet connectivity. We are using TensorFlow daily but indirectly with applications like Google Voice Search or Google Photo. These are the application of TensorFlow. All the libraries created in TensorFlow are written in C and C++. However, it has a complicated front end for Python. The Python code will get compiled and then executed on TensorFlow distributed execution engine built using C and C++. Second most used library is Scikit-Learn. It is a Python library associated with Numpy and SciPy. It is considered as one of the best libraries for working with complex data. There are a lot of changes being made in this library. One modification is the cross-validation feature, providing the ability to use more than one metric. Lots of training methods like logistic regression and nearest neighbors have received some little improvement. Uh, Features of scikit-learn includes cross-validation. There are various methods to check the accuracy of supervised model on unseen data. Again, there is a large spread of algorithms in the offering, starting from clustering, factor analysis, principal component analysis to unsupervised neural network. Useful. This library is useful for extracting features from images and text. Scikit-learn contains a numerous number of algorithms for implementing standard machine learning and data mining tasks like reducing dimensionality, classification, regression, clustering, and model selection. The third most used library is Numpy. Numpy is considered as one of the most popular machine learning library in Python. TensorFlow and other libraries uses NumPy internally for performing multiple operations on tensors. Array interface is the best and the most important feature of NumPy. NumPy is very interactive and easy to use. It makes complex mathematical implementations very simple. It makes coding real easy and grasping the concept is easy. This Numpy library is widely used, hence a lot of open source contributions are there. This Numpy interface can be utilized for expressing images, sound waves, and other binary raw streams as an array of real numbers in n-dimensional. The next Python library is Keras. Keras is considered as one of the coolest machine learning libraries in Python. It provides an easier mechanism to express neural networks. Keras also provides some of the best utilities for compiling models, processing dataset, visualization of graphs, and much more. In the backend, Keras use either Theano or TensorFlow internally. Some of the most popular neural networks like C and TK can also be used. Keras is comparatively slow when you compare it with other machine learning libraries because it creates a computational graph by using backend infrastructure and then make use of it to perform operation. All the models in Keras are portable. There are multiple features of Keras as well. Few of them, like it runs smoothly on both CPU and GPU. Keras support almost all the models of a neural network, fully connected, convolutional, pooling, recurrent embedding, etc. These models can be combined to build more complex models. Keras, being modular in nature, is incredibly expressive, flexible, and apt for innovative research. It is a completely Python-based framework which makes it easy to debug and explore. We are constantly interacting with features built with Kera. It is in use at Netflix, Uber, Yelp, Instacart, and many others. It is especially popular among startups that place deep learning at the core of their product. Keras contains numerous implementations of commonly used neural network building blocks such as layers, objectives, activation functions, optimizers, and a host of tools to make working with image and text data easier. Keras is also a favorite among deep learning researchers coming. Keras has also been adopted by researchers at large scientific organizations, in particular CERN and NASA. Next library is PyTorch. PyTorch is the largest machine learning library that allows developers to perform tensor computations with acceleration of GPU, creates dynamic computational graph, and calculate gradient automatically. Other than this, PyTorch offers rich API for solving application issues related to neural networks. This machine learning library is based on Torch, which is an open source machine library implemented in C with a wrapper in Lua. This machine library in Python was introduced in 2017, and since its inception, the library is gaining popularity and attracting an increasing number of machine learning developers. This PyTorch library has a hybrid frontend. A new hybrid frontend provides ease of use and flexibility in eager mode, while seamlessly transitioning to graph mode for speed, optimization, and functionality in C++ runtime environment. It optimizes performance in both research and production by taking advantage of native support for asynchronous execution of collective operations and peer-to-peer communication that is accessible from Python and C++. PyTorch is not a Python binding into a monolithic C++ framework. It built to be deeply integrated into Python, so it can be used with popular libraries and packages such as Python and Numpy. An active community of researchers and developers have built a rich ecosystem of tools and libraries for extending PyTorch and supporting development in areas from computer vision to reinforcement learning. PyTorch is primarily used for applications such as natural language processing. It is developed by Facebook's AI research group and Uber's Pyro software for probabilistic programming is built into it. PyTorch is outperforming TensorFlow in multiple ways, and now it's gaining a lot of attention. The next library is LightGBM. Gradient boosting is one of the best and most popular machine learning library, which helps developers in building new algorithms by using redefined elementary models and namely decision tree. Therefore, there are special libraries which are available for fast and efficient implementation of this method. These libraries are LightGBM, XGBoost, and CatBoost. All these libraries are competitors that help in solving a common problem and can be utilized in almost the similar manner. LightGBM is very fast and its fast computation ensures high production efficiency. LightGBM is intuitive and makes it user friendly and it's faster training than many other deep learning libraries. It will not produce error when you consider NN value and other canonical values. This library provides highly scalable, optimized and fast implementation of gradient boosting, which makes it popular among machine learning developers. Because most of the machine learning full stack developers won machine learning competition by using these algorithms. Next library is ELI5. Most often the results of machine learning model predictions are not accurate and ELI5 machine learning library built in Python helps in overcoming these challenges. It is a combination of visualization and debug all the machine learning models and track all working steps of an algorithm. ELA5 supports other libraries XGBoost, Lightning, Scikit-Learn, and Sklearn CRF suite libraries. Mathematical applications which require a lot of computation in a short time uses ELA5. ELA5 plays a vital role where there are dependencies with other Python packages, legacy application and implementing newer methodology in various fields. Next library is SciPy. The main feature of SciPy library is that it is developed using Numpy and its array makes the most use of Numpy. In addition, SciPy provides all the efficient numerical routines like optimization, numerical integration, and many other using its special submodules. All the functions in all submodules of SciPy are well documented. SciPy is a library that uses NumPy for the purpose of solving mathematical functions. It uses NumPy arrays as the basic data structure and comes with modules for various commonly used tasks in scientific programming. It does tasks including linear algebra, integration, ordinary differential equation solving, and signal processing execute easily by SciPy. Next library which comes is Theano. Theano is a computational framework machine learning library in Python for computing multi-dimensional arrays. Theano works similar to TensorFlow, but it's not as efficient as TensorFlow because of its inability to fit into production environment. Moreover, Theano can also be used on a distributed or parallel environments, just similar to TensorFlow. There are a lot of features of TNOs as well, like tight integration with NumPy, its ability to use completely NumPy arrays in TNO compiled functions. It performs data intensive computation much faster than on a CPU. TNO does derivatives for function with one or many inputs. It gets the right answer for log of 1 plus x even when x is very tiny. This is just one of the examples to show the stability of TNO. It evaluates expressions faster than ever before, thereby increasing efficiency by a lot. It detects and diagnoses multiple types of errors and ambiguities in the model. The actual syntax of TNO expression is symbolic, which can be off-putting to beginners used to normal software development. Specifically, expressions are defined in the abstract sense, compiled and later actually used to make calculations. It specifically handles the type of computation for large neural network algorithms in deep learning. It was one of the first libraries of its kind and is an industry standard for deep learning research and development. Theano is the strength of multiple neural network projects today, and the popularity of Theano is only growing with time. The 10th is one of the most popular library um, in Python, that is Pandas. Pandas is a machine learning library in Python that provides data structure of high level and wide variety of tools for analysis. One of the great features of this library is the ability to translate complex operations with data using one or two commands. Pandas have so many inbuilt methods for grouping, combining data, filtering, as well as time series functionality. Pandas makes sure that the entire process of manipulating data will be easier. Support for operations such as reindexing, iteration, sorting, aggregation, concatenation, and visualization are among the feature highlights of Panda. Currently, there are fewer releases of Panda library which includes hundreds of new features, bug fixes, enhancements, and changes in API. The improvement in Pandas regards its ability to group and sort data, select best suited output for the apply method, and provide support for performing custom type operations. Data analysis, among everything else, takes the highlight when it comes to usage of pandas. But pandas, when used with other libraries and tools, ensure high functionality and good amount of flexibility. So here are the 10 most used Python libraries. We should be more versed and we should practice more on these libraries. We will create individual videos for each of these libraries and on how to use what are its uh, benefits and what are its drawbacks. We will discuss more elaborately with individual videos with of all of these libraries.